Hey Soul family, welcome back to the channel. This is the White Feather Tarot, and in today's reading we are doing your spirit guide's message about a worry that you have. But before we begin, I want to thank today's sponsor, Aura. Thank you so much for sponsoring and supporting my channel. And if you've already seen my previous video where I talked about Aura, you already know I genuinely love this app and I use it in my everyday life. I also want to mention I have a special offer from them, especially for you guys, which I will share with you in a moment. It's a really good one, so look out for that. So why do I love this app so much? To me, it's like a button that I press on. It takes me to this whole creative library of mind and self-care. With that said, I love the attention to detail on how they make you feel better, starting with the pleasant quote that greets you as you enter the app, which on its own can shift my mindset or perspective for the rest of the day. And once you're in, you find thousands of meditation stories, cognitive behavior therapy content, life coaching, breath work, spirituality, you name it, created by hundreds of experts, coaches, therapists, and as I always say, my favorite storytellers around the world. The content is always presented in such a serene way, putting you at ease with the natural sounds of nature in the background and the serene, soft music. You really can't help but relax, calm down, and listen to wise words that truly make a difference. This is why I love this app. And as I've mentioned, my favorite part about this app is the stories I play at night. They are a really pleasant way for me to fall asleep after a long day. And the beautiful background, natural sounds continue to play even after the story ends, so it doesn't disturb my sleep. So thoughtful. Definitely makes a pleasant experience at night for me. I really can't say enough about this app. No wonder it won the Best of Apple Awards and is used by 7 million people. I also use it in the morning as I'm getting ready. That tranquility I get in the morning does make a difference for the rest of the day. I have discovered through this app how important it is to start the day on the right foot, or rather calmly and peacefully, to feel emotionally balanced throughout the day. It makes all the difference. And you know, of course, you can use it anytime throughout the day as a pick-me-up or to learn something new, with thousands of content created by experts that last from 3 minutes up to an hour, depending, of course, on your time. And at the end of the day, the content will be created to you because it learns from you what you enjoy as you watch. Even from the minute you sign up, it makes sure through a quick questionnaire what you are expecting to find in this app. So if you're interested in checking this app out, like I mentioned, I have a really good offer from Aura for you guys. They are giving you a free 7-day trial. You get to enjoy it, check it out. And not only that, but also a 25% off the membership if you use my special link for you guys. And it doesn't stop there. They also want to keep this offer open for you guys until the end of August. And I will quickly be reminding you guys throughout the month so you can make use of it. So, my dear soul family, enjoy your offer. You'll find the link in the description box as well as pinned in the comments section for easy access, and I hope it gives you the same enjoyment, peace, and growth that it has given me. Thank you, Aura, so much for sponsoring this video, and now let's get into your reading. Can't wait to get into this reading. These types of readings are very close to my heart. I love helping you guys out with a worry that you may have and channeling a message that you're meant to receive. And to do this reading, we are going to be picking 4 piles together. So we have 1, 2, 3, and 4. Right, let's see what piles we have for today. For pile number 1, you have Crown, for pile number 2, you have Helm, for pile number 3, you have Foundation Stone. And for pile number 4, you have Helmet. If you like to pick with crystals, let me add these right now. There we go. So for pile number 1, you have the Carnelian crystal. For pile number 2, you have the Moonstone. For pile number 3, you have the Smokey Quartz. And for pile number 3, you have the yellow Topaz. So take a look at which one of these 4 piles or 4 crystals you're the most drawn to, and that will probably be the pile for you here today. If you feel drawn to more than one pile, or maybe even all of the piles, trust that there are messages there for you that you're meant to hear that will probably give you significant information about something or the things that you are currently worried about. And as usual, you'll find the timestamps down in the description box. Click on your times and I'll see you in your readings. Hi, pile number 1. Welcome to your reading. You have chosen the Carnelian crystal. Ooh, okay, so these are in. Carnelian crystal as well as the crown card. It says empowerment, status, and authority. So let's see how this fits into your reading today. And as you know, we're taking a look at your spirit guide's message about a worry that you have. Right, so we're going to be picking one card from each of these 3 tarot decks. We already have one here. Your tarot deck is shuffled, and we'll take, oh, this one slid off. Actually, these 2 slid off, so we'll take them. Let me pick it up carefully now. Oh, by the way, if you're interested in any of the decks that I use, because you guys ask me about them a lot, I always list them down in the description box for you guys. Okay, so let's get straight into your reading and check out your oracle cards first. So, my dear pile number 1, you have co-create. Okay. You also have Venus in Leo with affair. Interesting. I see your reading so far having to do with 2 things working together. It could be you and someone else, or 2 things, merging 2 things to make them work together that may not necessarily with affair thought of as should be working together, but I think it could be an invitation of making things work together, or maybe what you are worried about is 2 things coming together. Let's wait, this is too early for us to check out what's going on. So you have Mercury in Aquarius with originality. Okay. Now, the last oracle card that we have is a unique oracle deck. You see in every card, there are 3 symbols. The way it's done is that you take a look at the 3 symbols and you see which one you're the most drawn to, and then you read that small, tiny little message that comes with it in the guidebook so that you get the message that you need to hear today. I thought it was a pretty important deck to include in today's reading because maybe the message that we'll be reading out is important for you to hear. So I've left an element outside of the reading to come as directly from the universe to you. We'll see how that message, of course, blends in. I'll make sure I do that as someone who's doing your reading for you today. But overall, I just wanted an element to come straight to you. And the way we usually do, with the way we choose the symbols, is by taking a look at the whole reading and see which one of these three symbols the reading is pointing towards. We always get that, we always get the reading pointing towards one of the symbols, always. So right now, as you can see, you have light bulb, you have ballerina charm, and you have comb. Okay. Right, so let's now start picking up your tarot cards. You have the Seven of Wisdom, which is the Seven of Wands. You have the Death card, interesting. You have the Man of Intuition, that's the King of Swords. You have the Woman of Wisdom, that's the Queen of Wands. Okay, King, Queen. You have the Woman of Hearts, that's again another Queen, the Queen of Cups. Interesting, right? One King and two Queens. Okay, you have the Ten of Intuition, that's the Ten of Swords. You have the Five of Currency, that's the Five of Pentacles, of course. Ten of Wands, Five of Pentacles. You have the Wheel of Fortune. Love that for you. You have the Two of Cups. And last but not least, let's take the one at the bottom. You have the Six of Swords. Wow, so many energies in this pile. Let me first, because I can already see a lot of things going on, but let me first just take a quick look at what you may be worried about and what's the message before we get into the analysis that I see. The message, I mean. I see your reading talking about your worry stemming from losing something that you really like. I'll tell you why I'm seeing that. I think the cards are showing it to me in a really interesting way. Because the card Affair is present, I have noticed the King of Swords and two Queens, which kind of gave me the impression when it comes to Affair that one person may be with someone and liking someone else. I'm not saying this is your situation at all. I'm just trying to show you how I saw your message. And so you can clearly see that someone wants more than they have, although they should be grateful for the person that they have. And that's what Affair at the end of the day shows. Someone enjoying something that they know they shouldn't be enjoying, because with the word affair, it's done behind somebody's back. So anyways, my whole point is that I see that your reading is talking about letting go of the want of something that you that is causing stress to you. And see, with the King of Swords here being the Buddha, it's living in the moment, being grateful, disconnecting from our needs, enjoying what we have, and not letting our needs and our need for pleasure to rob our happiness away from us. And you can see here with the Death card, it's holding an eyeball. You know, the idea of seeing more and wanting more could lead to, with the Death card here, maybe a lot of debt. It depends on the situation. It could lead to losing money, or it could lead to robbing from us happiness, money, peace of mind, or focusing on what is important. So I really see that your reading is talking about, with the Two of Cups and the match, about being grateful with what you have, since this is the analogy we used here, being grateful and loving what you have for what it has to offer. Yes, you can enjoy more later when it's time and when you're ready for it, but never to allow it to rob from you your peace of mind and your happiness. And that's by, with the Two of Cups here, enjoying to the max from the heart what you have now. It's interesting how you're reading, it's showing it to us in the form of relationships all over from different decks. But at the end of the day, this is only an analogy symbolizing of loving, bonding better with what you have now, remembering that a lot of the things that you have, perhaps you one day wished for, and there are perhaps many options that you have now that you can totally enjoy and indulge into until you're able to unlock that new phase and be able to enjoy more new things into your life, or more energies. And so really what I'm seeing here is that there is a worry stemming from being attached to something, or being worried about losing something, or being worried about not getting something. And it's all about, with the Seven of Wands, the challenges and the gaming especially, of enjoying the journey and doing what is necessary to get what you want, but at the same time detach until you get it. Enjoy what you have for now. Don't worry whether it comes or not. Do your best to get it, but if it comes, that's wonderful. And if it doesn't, that's absolutely okay, because you are blessed anyways. That is the type of energy and message I'm seeing your spirit guides are telling you about. And sneak peek a little bit into the future, at least that's what your spirit guides want to show you with the Wheel of Fortune. Sneak peek, you are going to get what you want. You're going to even get more than you even aspire to get, whatever this wish or these wishes are. So you're going to be very fortunate. But until then, enjoy the journey. You know, when they say it's all about the journey, not the destination, it's absolutely true. Because while we want to achieve our goals, the neuroscientists, they were talking about how our brain... I've learned this from Huberman, as I was listening to his podcast, and he was saying endorphins, they are released from human beings in the journey and not in the destination. As you try something out and achieve it and do what you're supposed to do and get that hit. So it's all about the enjoyment, literally, that comes from the journey and not just the destination. And this way, with the Six of Swords, as you slowly move towards what you're meant to have, by the way, as you slowly move there, you will be enjoying the journey, enjoying every single day, enjoying the blessings that you have, and you will also get what you want and enjoy it. So overall, with the gamer, it's all about having a wonderful journey, choosing your peace of mind, your mental state at all times, and keeping it as the highest goal more than anything else. And you will see that your journey is going to transform. The things that you're worried about currently are not going to happen. All of these things are going to end. The advice here is to take it little by little, day by day, until you get what you're supposed to get, my dear pile number one. In fact, with the Crown, which is the card you were drawn to, I see that in the future, you are going to be put in a very high status position, or in a very unique, with originality, very unique position that you will absolutely love. And you may look back and think, why did I spend these days or weeks or maybe years worrying and feeling sad, and where my health and mental state were robbed away from me when I was going to get what I want? So really here, your spirit guides are telling you, enjoy the journey and nothing is going to be taken from you. Sorry, there we go. In fact, not only are you going to be very fortunate, but you're going to be in a very unique spot or position with regards to the wish that you want. Okay, let's now take a look at your message. I believe it's the ballerina charm because we have two queens here. And yeah, that's what gave me the impression. So let's take a look at the guidebook and see what your message is with the ballerina charm. Right, so ballerina charm 35. There we go. Like a shot through the night, your answer rang clear. I really see that this is a message of your prayers have been heard clearly. Your worries, your prayers, they're clearly heard. You're not going to be left alone. In fact, I see the Fatima eye here. Is it also called Fatima? I see the protection eye here, which shows that you will be protected throughout your whole journey. You will never be left alone. The things that you are worried about, they're not on your island, not in your energetic vicinity, meaning you're not going to experience these things. You're not meant to. Unless, I believe, see there's the tomb here and the 10 of wands, and then there's the death card here. Unless you worry so much about it that you drop everything and you attract it, which I don't see in your reading here. You come across to me as a very strong person. Yes, you have worries like every single person, but you're not going to go down that road. But you want to be careful. You want to choose your mental state, your happiness day by day. And that's why it's one of the reasons why it's the most important. And then look at that. You have the protection eye here as well. So all in all, I really see your spirit guides telling you, don't worry. You're not going to go down the road you are worried about, and don't be attached to something now that could cause these worries. Let it go. It will come when it's supposed to come. Until then, enjoy your journey because your prayers are clearly heard. That's exactly what I see for you, my dear pal number one. But before we go, I just realized I forgot to tell you about the 10 of Swords. The 10 of Swords talks about a hard journey where you feel a lot of pain. In fact, the 10 of Swords is usually depicted as someone lying face down on the ground with 10 swords on their back. So you're feeling a lot of pain, perhaps from all of the worry and maybe the difficulties that you're going through at the moment. It seems like it's not an easy challenge at all with the 10 of Swords. But do note that the 10 of Swords, the wonderful thing about the 10 of Swords is that it's the end of a cycle. Whatever you're going through at the moment is the end of this treacherous or scary cycle. It's going to end very soon for you, and you're going to start a new beginning that takes away all of these threats that you have on your back, and you will start to see things coming along beautifully for you. And that's why you have the 6 of Swords. You're slowly moving out of the scary energy, and you're soon getting into something that is calmer and much better to deal with until you get what you're meant to receive, because your wish has clearly been heard. Your worries are clearly heard, and you're not left alone. You are absolutely protected. You will not be left alone with the things that you're worried about. But at the same time, you also want to make sure that you are in a good mental state every day when it comes to detaching from, the needs and the wants that could make you worry. Because if needs and wants are not coming to make us enjoy life, but rather make us suffer, then they're not the right thing at the moment. Keep them at bay, enjoy what you have, and ask the universe, ask God, ask your spirit guides to get it to you in the best way possible as soon as you can have it. And my dear pal number one, this is your reading. I truly hope you've enjoyed it. And if you have, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And please don't forget to check out my 2 productivity books. They are there to help you out. The Productivity Handbook teaches you how to become a productive person right away, all while enjoying the journey. And the Productivity e-cookbook has 210 recipes that are healthy, delicious, and are cooked in a matter of minutes, giving you the rest of the day to do what is important for you. I've partnered with a nutritionist that I really love to bring this ebook for you. There's also a vegan version. And as I say, you can always make use of both ebooks. There are no duplicates. And if you would like to check them out, you'll find a link to them down in the description box. Thank you for your support. Thank you for loving them. They were written from the heart. Thank you for tuning in. And my dear pal number one, a big hug. It's all going to be okay. And I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye. Hi, pile number 2. Welcome to your reading. You have chosen the Moonstone crystal. It's a tiny, cute one, as well as the Helm card. And on the card, it says navigation, control, journey. So let's see how these fit into your reading. And as you know, today we're taking a look at what your spirit guide's message is with regards to a worry that you have. Can't wait to get into your reading today. We'll first, thank you, pick up one oracle deck from each of these 3 decks on the table. And if you're interested in any of the decks that I use, because you guys ask me quite often about them, I always leave them down and list them down in the description box for you. Right, with regards to this last deck, it's a very interesting one. I picked it for today's reading because it's going to allow us to take a look at a message that you're meant to hear with regards to your worry. And the way this deck works is that it has, as you can see, 3 symbols on the card. Usually what you're supposed to do is take a look at the one that you're most drawn to, and we see a message from the guidebook with regards to these symbols. The way I like to do it during the readings is that I like the reading to point for us towards which one of these 3 that it wants us to read from the guidebook. It always works out in every reading, but let me introduce the symbols that I see here for you. What's wrong with that? There we go. So you have corkscrew, you have lighter, and you have pocket watch. Okay, so let's keep this here. We'll also be using the symbols, by the way, during the reading to serve us, to serve the reading. See what the message is. You have not for you, and you see that. A Chinese cookie. It says nope, and there are chess pieces right there. Not for you. Okay, fortune cookie. Okay, and you have Venus and Pisces with submission. Let's see how these cards fit into your reading, but let's take a look at your tarot cards. So you have the World card, the 5 of Wands, the 8 of Swords, you have the Chariot, the 9 of Wands, you have the Sun card. Okay, interesting cards so far. Let's take a look at the bottom row. You have the 5 of Cups. You have the Strength card. It's 11 in this deck. You have the Hierophant. You have the 4 of Pentacles. And you have the Fool card. Very interesting reading. Right. I don't know where to start with this reading. But, you know, this reading is talking about something that you're not supposed to have for your own good. It doesn't mean, by the way, with the 5 of Cups here, and I'll show you what I want to say, it doesn't mean that you're not supposed to get better, that your wish isn't going to be fulfilled. But it does mean that sometimes you may want to accept things as they are, not because you're not going to have what you want, but maybe what you're worried about, what you want, and the reason I say want is because it says not for you, is because it could come and harm you. And why am I seeing that? With the Hierophant, it says dura lex sed lex, which is Latin for the law is harsh, but it is the law. And this reading by no means is there to tell you that you're not going to get what you want. Look at the World card. The last piece you're going to complete. You're going to get what you want. But maybe not in the way that you think you should have it for now. And so again, we see with the Venus in Pisces, there is freedom. You're getting out of this situation. But with submission, submit to the energy and know that there is something better there for you that you will be receiving, rather than the way you want it to happen. And look, pile number 2. I want to tell you that your spirit guides are showing you that it is all in your hands. Look at that. Although the energy seems blocked with the 4 of Pentacles here, it is trying, just as the 4 of Pentacles is trying to keep you to yourself and not move in the wrong direction. But at the end of the day, the main card here is the Helm, and it shows that you are the one who's in control of the direction that you want to take your life. If you still want to go in that direction, you have the full liberty and the power to go there. But you'll realize soon with the chess here that you might get yourself into a war that you don't like. You might feel stuck, disappointed, having to work very hard to even get a glimpse of what you want. And so, although it looks like it's harsh, it's really just there protecting you from a direction your spirit guides can foresee that you may not like at all and you may regret later. It's like with the corkscrew, you know how when we drink, we might feel so happy and say things that we may regret later, right? So if you can get a window and get a glimpse into the future, you yourself will say, oh my God, I don't want to take myself in that direction. And so always remember, the helm is in your hand. Destiny of your future is in your hands. But I see your spirit guides telling you to navigate boldly into a better direction. Because the direction you're on may not be that favorable. And so with the Fool card, it's to look at it from a different perspective, and from that perspective, be excited about starting a new journey in another direction boldly. My dear pile number 2, you totally have the strength to change something with the 5 of Cups that could be otherwise disappointing to what we see, the sunflowers here in the 5 of Cups. What a beautiful 5 of Cups. To you looking forward to a new tomorrow, to a more positive outlook that will help you shine brightly and enjoy the positivity that has entered into your life. So the last piece of that puzzle to complete and to get what you want is in your hands. You are fully protected and guided by your guides, showing you that you're not stuck. You have all the power now to go in the direction that you want. And depending on that direction, you will be supported. Your support now is in the form of signs showing you that it may not be the totally right direction to navigate towards at the moment. And the Fool shows us it's having a fresh outlook, to look at things in a different way. Although one cannot be seeing it under the influence of wanting something so much. And so your spirit guides are advising you to think a little before you begin that journey or take the next move. Not just from the perspective of wanting something and being not wanting anything else maybe, but from the perspective of strength and boldness, having the power to choose what is right for you in the long run, even if it doesn't feel that good in the short term. Because as you move on and progress, you'll thank yourself for letting go of what you felt in your gut may not also have been totally right. In that case, let's get some guidance for you on how you're meant to go in the other direction. What are you supposed to do exactly? So, whoa, you have the Queen of Wands. Wow, you have the Hermit, powerful response. You have the Page of Pentacles, and look at the emphasis on the thinking. And last, you have the Tower card. I feel like this one moved as well, so I'm also going to take it. There we go. And you have the Empress. Okay. So, be bold in thinking about what is right for you. Being bold of looking at things from a different perspective, because sometimes it's the very thing, the direction that you would otherwise know is right for you may not be considered out of fears and worries of what might fall apart or what might happen, or losing instant gratification of what you want now. It is about being bold. That's why strength is all over your reading. Being bold to sit quietly for a while and to put emotions aside and worries aside and to genuinely think, is this path truly right for me? And what if I get what I want in any path? Would this still be the path that I want to take? And to think creatively about what you want to create in your world with the Empress card. How you want to enjoy your world if you were able to put it together. Which is something that you definitely have the power to do with the Queen of Wands and the Empress. And so the advice here by your spirit guides is, I think journaling, as we see in the Empress card, will help you to dig deep into your emotions. It will help you to analyze things better and to put things in the right perspective, because as you write it, things become more apparent and organized, and you'll be able to read it and think for yourself. Is this, after all, the right thing for me or not? If you, after everything, decide that it's still the right direction for you, remember pile number 2, the helm is in your hand. And maybe you can even get into it, realize it's not working, and then shift gears. Sometimes a little bit of wasted time is worth it just for us to learn something that is important for us, to see something for ourselves. It is life. So it's all in your hands, my dear pile number 2. But really what I see your spirit guides are saying, a different perspective may combine everything that you want together by simply opening up your mind to a different way of doing things, or getting what you want in a different way, in a different direction. At the end of the day, it's all up to you, my dear pile number 2. And your spirit guides are simply saying, this energy that you're feeling of like being blocked out is just there to protect you from something. It's like a sign to protect you from something, my dear pile number 2. And in that case, I believe your message here pertains to the corkscrew. So let us open and see what the corkscrew wants to say. Number 60. Okay, so number 60. Your answer resides within the sand, under choppy seas. Interesting. Isn't it interesting that you get the sea in your message, and we have the helm here, the metaphor? I see something very strong in your reading. Your answer resides within the sand, under choppy seas, which gives us a great impression of looking deeply into a matter, not looking at it from a surface level, but going deep. Because as you go down and dig, you find your answer, you find your treasure, which may not be visible to the eye or to the naked eye at first glance. And so, as you can see, your message is clearly about digging deeper into your situation. Your control, you have the control, don't worry, you'll get whatever you want. But it's just foreseeing, showing you how maybe another direction, if you so choose to, can take you to a better destination where everything that you want is combined. This is exactly what I see for you, my dear pile number 2. I wish you the best of luck with what you're going through, and I know you're going to take yourself in the right direction and that you are going to achieve everything that you want and more. And my dear pile number 2, if you've enjoyed your reading, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And please don't forget to check out my 2 productivity books. They are there to help you out. The Productivity Handbook teaches you how to become a productive person right away, all while enjoying the journey. You'll see that this book will truly help you manifest the things that are important for you. Tick off your goals every single day as you enjoy it. And there's also an audiobook if you love listening to your books. And there's also the Productivity e-cookbook, which has 210 recipes that are healthy, delicious, and are cooked in a matter of minutes, giving you the rest of the day to do what is important for you. I've partnered with a nutritionist to bring out this ebook for you that I really love. If you're vegan, there's a vegan version. And if you're interested in checking any of these 2 ebooks out, you'll find links to them down in the description box. And my dear pile number 2, thank you so much for tuning in. I wish you the best of luck. You're going to be making great decisions and you're going to be going to destinations you never dreamed of with your magical Helm, my dear pile number 2. And I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye. Hi, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. You have chosen the Foundation Stone card, which has building something, first steps, origins, as well as the Smokey Quartz. And today we're taking a look at messages from your spirit guides with regards to a worry that you may have right now. And to do this reading, we're going to first be pulling 1 card from each of these 3 oracle decks. Next deck has 2 cards for you. Wonderful. And with this deck has 3 symbols on every card. And depending on which symbol you're the most drawn to, as you can see here, there is a message in the guidebook for you. And the way I like to use this card in the reading is to see which one of these symbols the reading is pointing towards, which it always does. And then we read your message for you. I wanted to bring an element of a message being sent straight to you, and for this reason I chose this deck today. Okay, so you have breathe. Lovely. Okay. And I get this strong sense with the breathe card here that your spirit guides are greatly saying, I bet you can see it too, that breathe, don't worry, it's going to be okay. What you're worried about is not going to happen. So yeah, take a deep breath and tell yourself it's gonna be okay. This is genuinely the energy I'm getting from this card. All right, so let me introduce your 3 symbols to you. I haven't done that. Right, so your 3 symbols are car key, and you have bracelet, and the 3rd one is fish bones. Right. We'll keep your card here and let's take a look at your next oracle cards. You have Mercury in Aries with restlessness, and you have Venus in Taurus with romance. Lovely. Okay. You know, it's interesting because we have Venus here and Aries represents Mars. So I'm getting feminine and masculine energies right off the bat. Right, so let's take a look at your tarot cards. So you have the World card, lovely, lovely. You have the Eight of Swords. You have the Lovers card. Interesting, I'm seeing this element of masculine and feminine energy. I wonder how it's playing out in your reading. You have the Fool card. You have the Chariot. The Three of Wands. Yeah, I'm really seeing joining feminine and masculine energies. And I'm not talking about love, because with love, everyone is drawn to the gender that they feel and prefer. I'm talking about joining energy of masculine and feminine energy. Because I see with the Chariot, there seems to be an idea that you should pick between one thing or the other. And the reading is pointing towards actually merging them together. Let's find out. Let's find out. You have the Four of Cups, the King of Wands. You have the Eight of Pentacles. Interesting. And finally, you have the Two of Cups. Yes, merging two energies together. So what is this reading referring to here? There's something that you are not considering. But before we get into this observation here of something that you're not considering, I want to see what you're worried about. What is it that you're worried about? I feel for a lot of you, you have this worry. You could be at a point in time where you have to choose between one thing or the other, and there is some sort of paralysis in thought where you really don't know which one you have to pick. I do see keys here on the wall, which is taking me to the car key symbol here. So I think this is your symbol, which we will read later together. But with the foundation stone, this is like, first of all, it's a cornerstone in your life. I feel like this is, you're choosing between two things that are important, because the foundation stone is the heart of the matter. So maybe you have to choose between something that speaks to your heart and another thing that you know you should do or have. And with the 2 and 1, it's a clear indication that you don't have to pick between one or the other. You can unite them as one. You can have both. You can even see here in the King of Wands, two worlds merging into one. Maybe one of them is very important to you, that is preventing you from doing what speaks to your heart, what your heart actually desires. But yet, that other thing means a lot to you. It's important for you. And I feel like one of them has more of a masculine energy and the other one has more of a feminine energy. Like with the masculine energy, it could be, moving forward or moving with great force towards a certain goal. And the feminine energy is doing what speaks to your heart, being receptive, taking care of you, or simply following your heart. And so there is confusion now in your life, and it's making you feel very worried and concerned. Perhaps with a despair here, it could mean you're worried if you're able to keep this any longer. Maybe you're afraid of not being able to, maybe you're afraid of choosing the wrong direction. Each one in its own way seems like it's the right direction, but the other missing part makes it just such a wrong direction. You know, if you follow the feminine energy, it feels right in the heart, but without that masculine energy, you feel like maybe you are fooling yourself and not achieving the things that you want. And if you go in the masculine direction, you feel like, yes, I'm moving towards my goals, but my heart's missing. This feels just so wrong. So really, this is the type of energy that I see here. And I see your spirit guides telling you to breathe. It's going to be okay. Because with the World card, I see that you're going to be able to merge these two worlds together into one. And that takes us into the focus of the King of Wands, which is in conjunction to the Eight of Pentacles. In the Eight of Pentacles, which is a card of hard work, mastery, we can see that this witch is putting together a magical ingredient that only she knows, perhaps from her Book of Shadows. And she is preparing something creative that will work in its own magical way. So these two cards together tell me that you have the mastery or you have the skills to actually merge these two energies together with the King of Wands. If you step in boldly, trying to maybe even explain to yourself first how you can merge these energies together. Because if you do take the time to explain to yourself and put it together, you know, the King of Wands is getting up, taking charge of a situation. You know, the King of Wands is someone you can rely on because they can do anything, you know, is the sort of archetype that has the power to make it happen. You know how when you know some people that just know how to do things and you're like, oh, I don't know what to do with this situation. They're like, of course there's something that can be done in this situation. Let me handle this, or do this and do that. You know, there are certain father figures that are like that. There are certain friends that we have that are, maybe you are that person. In all cases, this energy is present in your reading. And it's clearly showing that if you put yourself into the energy of, right, I want these two worlds together. What am I going to do now? I'm going to make it happen. And you will find that you will have the secret sauce as you plan and think about it passionately with the bold attitude of, I'm going to make this happen for myself. You will set the foundation stone to creating a new world that works with these two energies coming together. If you put yourself in that position, in that energy, you'll find that energies will be arriving where you didn't think it would. This could be you attracting opportunities with that strong energy, appearing at your doorstep, helping you out with the situation. It could be in the form of ideas, opportunities, news that you hear, someone or something presenting you with a certain energy that is important for you. In all cases, if you step into that energy, you will be able to merge them together. And we see with the Two of Cups here, the two energies coming together, and they're working beautiful. Because of the energy of reciprocity in the Two of Cups, it makes me feel like it's working together beautifully, as opposed to having to choose one or the other. And so your spirit guides are advising you to not choose one or the other, to choose one by starting a new journey, thinking from that perspective, and moving in a new journey, and excitingly as the Fool, not knowing how yet, but being bold enough to say, I'm gonna start this journey where I'm gonna put these two things together for myself. And you definitely have the key here to do that. You can see with the World card, the energy is explaining, close the old chapter that was making you start, and start anew with the Three of Wands, because the Three of Wands is a card of embarking on a new endeavor. Two of Wands, which is the card right before that, was about thinking and weighing things out. The Three of Wands now knows what to do and is embarking on that journey. That's very apparent in your reading, as you can see. Don't stand there picking between two things when you are meant to have both energies together. Right. Because you really love merging these two energies together, the masculine and the feminine. You're meant to have them together. And you can clearly see your spirit guide's message. The power is in your hands. And so with the breathe, it's like take it easy on yourself. You don't have to make that terrible choice. Breathe and attract both energies in your life so that you can live your true life in the way that you see it. So that you live in the world the way you want to experience it. You can always start a foundational stone, a new journey. It keeps appearing in your reading as a new journey, a new way of doing things, where you set the foundation for how you want things to move forward in your life. And doing that will really make you feel relaxed and at peace. I feel with the Smokey quartz appearing in your reading, it's like things are clouded. That's why you cannot see ahead with the Eight of Swords. That's why you may feel like you have to choose one or the other. But really it's about clearing that energy away by stepping boldly into your power, where you don't have to make a choice. It's about merging the energies together. I'm very tempted now to take a look at your symbol. What is your message here? So we have car key for you. Car key. 17. Within the bluest of skies, there is a shining light bringing your answer. Didn't I tell you? Like everything is clouded. And if you take away that cloudiness, you will find the answer to your prayer of having these two things together. Ultimately, this is what you want in your world. Such amazing, so amazing to see how every time, it's magical, the symbol just brings the reading together as you're supposed to hear it, my dear pile number 3. So magical. Here with the witch, I see the idea of throw out the old idea, throw out the limiting beliefs, and go back to the original idea of how you can make your life work. Should we get a sneak peek for you on, something to help you out with your thoughts? How can you look at, we were just going to ask about how you can merge them. Lovely. How you can merge these two energies together. Perhaps it will be very useful and food for thought to help you out, get into that power of you making it happen. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and I really feel this one actually, 5. Okay. So you have the moon. Explore in depth. So this is going to come, and you see the clouds being cleared here. This is going to come clearly to you if you look in depth at the situation. 6 of Pentacles. Interesting. Look at that. Giving one side pentacles or coins, giving the other side a basket of fruits and vegetables. These two are different, and you can see masculine energy, feminine energy, creating a balance, providing each side with what it needs. Keeping them separate, but keeping things balanced. Okay. Providing each side with what it needs. Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords, okay. Page of Cups. Interesting. And another Knight. Knight of Wands. See what each energy needs. Yeah, and make sure you give what this energy needs, what it needs. So I think that's the first clue. And be careful as you're planning or thinking deeply about how, in the energy of you doing it, sometimes things manifest out of expectations. Like they manifest bigger or not entirely according to plan. So leave room, wiggle room for things to, not entirely go every time exactly the way you planned it. So yeah, leave wiggle room. It's kind of like the energy of expect the best, but plan for the worst. So you're ready. Both knights are flying here on wands. And they're flying with the birds. And I really see masculine, and perhaps the fiery energy presents the heart of the matter, the feminine energy in that reading, of course. And so take a look at both from an overall perspective. You might get lost into getting deep into the detail, and so you're being advised as you think to first take a look at the overall picture, everything together, on how each of these two energies operate, what they need, how to navigate through them, what it's exactly all about before you get into the nitty-gritty of the issue. And last and certainly not least, we see with all of the colors here in the card of Mastery, working, and in the Page of Cups, to use your creativity to merge these two energies together. This will require some sort of artistic talent from you, or will require you to open up, because creativity is all about opening up your mind and seeing things outside of the box. That's why there's an invitation to look up. Just know that, like any artist, you're starting with a blank canvas, and it is you that's going to be putting the magic into it. It may look on the outside like it's colors coming together, but really it stems from a vision that this artist is feeling or has. And so it is truly talking about starting anew with the Page of Cups. As you take a look at an overall perspective of these two energies, paint your image or your new vision from that perspective. The more you go up, the more you're going to be able to see everything, and it will allow you. See, even with the globes here, it's from the outside. It's looking from a satellite. Looking at things from the outside will help you see how you can merge these two energies together. And my dear pile number 3, this is exactly what I see in your reading of what you may be worried about and your message with regards to your spirit guides on this. And at the end of the day, your spirit guides are saying, breathe, it's gonna come together beautifully. All you need to do is to bring your magic into it and to think from that perspective, from the King of Wands perspective. I'm going to do it. Now the question is, how? Let me start thinking about that now, and you will be able to bring it together. This will be your foundation stone for the new world you're building for yourself. And my dear pile number 3, this is exactly what I see as your message from your spirit guides. I truly hope you've enjoyed your reading. And if you have, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And please don't forget to check out my 2 productivity books. They are there to help you out. The Productivity Handbook teaches you how to become a productive person right away, all while enjoying this journey. It's full of techniques that help you tackle your goals every single day, approach your intimidating tasks very easily, and you watch yourself manifest your dreams one day after the other. This book will truly help you and give you this power. And if you're interested in checking it out, you'll find a link to this ebook down in the description box. No more days of having to wait for motivation. It's a wonderful feeling, but it comes and goes. And if it's there, it's wonderful. If it's not, you have the tools to enjoy your journey and make it happen. And there's also an audiobook if you love listening to your books. And while you're there, you might also want to check out the Productivity e-cookbook. It has 210 recipes that are healthy, delicious, and are cooked in a matter of minutes, giving you the rest of the day to do what is important for you. I've partnered with a nutritionist that I really love to bring out this ebook for you. If you're vegan, there's a vegan version. If not, as I always say, you can even make use of both ebooks. There are no duplicates, and this way you'll have a plethora of healthy and delicious meals to choose from for the rest of your life. And if you're interested in checking this book out as well, you'll find a link to this ebook down in the description box. And my dear pile number 3, thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye. Hi, pile number 4. Welcome to your reading. You have chosen the Helmet card, which has the words or the keywords guardedness, isolation, and self-protection, as well as the yellow topaz crystal. Welcome to your reading. Today we're taking a look, as you know, at your spirit guide's message about a worry that you may have. All right, to do this reading, we're going to first be picking out one card. Oh, thanks a lot. Out of these 2 oracle decks. We already have 3 cards. Let's pick up one. Ooh. Then I think it's this one and this one in that case from this deck. All right, so there is one oracle deck that I chose specifically for this pile to be able to get a message directly from your spirit guides, because we're going to be reading it from the guidebook. It's like 2 lines. And the way this reading works, or the way this deck works, is that it gives you 3 symbols on the card. You see which one you're the most drawn to, and you read the message that pertains to it in the guidebook. The way I like to do it is that I like to use the reading, which always points us towards which symbol we're meant to read. So we're going to find out today. Let me first introduce the 3 symbols to you. For the first one, you have top hat, and then we have sewing needle, and then the third one is wallet. Okay, so let me keep your oracle card here. Your deck is shuffled and ready for use. Let's now explore the other oracle cards. Whoa, look at that cheetah. So it says, go the distance. Okay. You also have happy. I love this card for you. Such a wonderful card for this reading. You also have Venus in Libra with indecision. And how about we place this card up there? And you have Moon in Aquarius with independence. Wonderful. Okay, so now let's take a look at your tarot cards. Before we begin the reading, you have the 10 of Wands. The Queen of Wands. You know, having the 10 of Wands at the very beginning of your reading signifies greatly that you're getting independence from difficult energy that you were going through. And it looks like to me that you've been going through a rough, long journey that is about to end on a very positive note. With the Queen of Wands, you can see that you are going to feel very happy, blessed, excited, and you have your world built in the way that excites you and makes you happy. That's for sure. Let's now take a look at the rest of your cards. You have the Ace of Cups. We can clearly see a new beginning that you will love. So in this pile, it's not really about advice, although it could pop out. It's just telling you simply that you're towards the end of a difficult journey and you're going to start something very exciting that you will love, my dear pile number 3. In fact, now, taking a look at your main card with the helmet, it shows that you are protected, right? You are absolutely protected and things are going to go fine. Nothing is going to harm you. But The helmet also shows me isolation, which means that you have something on your head that's clouding you, that is not really allowing you to see how things are going to go down for you. And in that case, the helmet really draws me to the top hat. It's on the head. So this may be your symbol right there. Okay, so you have the 8 of Swords. You have the King of Swords. You see, you're not seeing ahead, but clarity is coming soon. And I see also with the Raven here that this is a reading giving you a spiritual sneak peek into the spiritual realm, into the ether, letting you see from the other side what is about to happen for you in your life, informing you with what's about to happen. You have the Knight of Swords, the 7 of Swords. You have the 4 of Swords, the Emperor, and finally, I see this card slipping underneath the deck. Let's pick it up. And you have the 2 of Wands. So the first thing I notice about your reading is speed. We see the cheetah here with go the distance, and we see the Knight of Swords. Not only is it known that the Knight of Swords is the fastest moving knight in the deck, but you can actually see the Knight of Swords in this deck that was chosen for you for this reading to be literally running. So one thing is for sure here is that you are going to start experiencing moving out of this old difficult energy, and you're going to be moving quickly out of it, because energetically in real life you're not stuck. It might be something that you think in your mind, because that's the meaning of the 8 of Swords, thinking that one is stuck when really you aren't. And that's what this card is presenting. So you might think that you're stuck and that things aren't going to be moving forward, but that's really further from the truth. You will see, my dear pile number 4, that your new beginning is starting soon, and you're gaining independence from that old energy that you were very afraid of, my dear pile number 4, for sure. I do see, however, in your reading, there is some sort of decision that you should be making, perhaps a strategic one, as it appears with this chess piece with the Emperor, that you're going to checkmate things with. A strategic move that will change everything. And I do see you here with the 2 of Wands thinking about it. So your message from your spirit guides pertains to first knowing that you're coming out of this, but they're kind of encouraging you to take a decision, or rather maybe you're thinking too much about something, and they're encouraging you to make a move. Make your move. Maybe you've thought about it so much, and now it's time to take the fears away and make that step. With the 7 of Swords, I do see that you're worried about something being tricky for you. But although there are risks involved, as with many things in life, I see you are settling at the moment with discomfort, settling with things that are already maybe harming you or being unfair to you. And so your spirit guides are saying, don't waste more time, I want to say procrastinating on an action due to worry and fear. And think about it strategically, especially with the King of Swords and the Emperor. Think about it strategically. Put a solid plan that will help take you out of it easily, and jump right into it, my dear pile number 4. Jumping right out into it will end this all for you, and you will see that you're going to be very happy. You will finally receive what you want. So it's a very beautiful move. Yes, there are some plans that you may want to make, some strategies that you want to think about, solid ones. But once you have that set in stone, jump right into it, and you are going to be protected. Don't worry, my dear pile number 4. And I heard something in my mind now. I know that may sound strange. Is the first time I channeled something like that, I heard in my mind, this is your pile. So maybe one of you was thinking, is it really my pile? If this is something you've been questioning about now, I think this would be your message, my dear pile number 4. Let's explore for you the 7 of Swords, because I believe this is the root of the reading. The whole reading is telling you that things are going to be great, you're going to be happy, you're going to get more than you think you can, more than you imagined. With the Queen of Wands, you'll be living your dream. Here, you want to be strategic, you want to think about things. You're even accepting a situation that you may not like at all because there is some tricky energy. Let's explore this tricky energy now that we're in the energy of your reading, getting guidance from your spirit guides on how they're advising you to thread through this tricky energy of the 7 of Swords. What you're genuinely afraid of in case you decide to move, which is what they're encouraging you to do. Set yourself free from that energy and keep moving, because energy will move very quickly for you should you decide to. So, thank you. 1, 2, 3. No, not this one. Okay, 1, 2, 3. What are you advised to do with the 7 of Swords? Knight of Pentacles. Wow. Wheel of Fortune. And the Justice card. Beautiful cards. It makes sense right away. We can see here with the 7 of Swords, your guidance about what you're worried about is take things slowly. And do you see the dichotomy in energy here with the Knight of Pentacles and the Knight of Swords? As you take things slowly, step by step, you'll be surprised to see how the energy around you moves super quickly. So you move little by little, carefully, and and while keeping your balance, and the energy around you moves very quickly and in your favor, my dear pile number 4. So cool. And so this means, in my opinion, that moving slowly will allow you to not just follow your plan, but will allow you to quickly pick up on what could go wrong, and you'll have the time to adjust it one by one, rather than things happening quickly and you without you realizing, and it would be too late to fix. And so plan very well, jump into it, take it step by step, because that will allow you to carefully rectify anything that may not go according to plan, or get the right feedback on how to do things in the right way for you. And you will see that as you keep your balance, keep your eyes open, you will be moving things in the direction very quickly with the Wheel of Fortune. You'll find yourself being, look, it's falling up on top of the Queen of Wands. You'll find yourself very fortunate, very lucky, enjoying your life, having your life in the way that you want, being very fortunate to receive the things that you want, more than what you have anticipated. So you're really lucky with that energy, my dear pile number 4. Don't be afraid. Make that new beginning for yourself by freeing yourself from the worried energy. Don't settle for less when you're meant to take more. And yeah, think about it strategically and everything. Make a solid plan and then move slowly with that energy. Okay. Look at this cheetah reaching the end line very quickly. Yeah, I get that feeling. It's like you begin and you reach your destination rather quickly. Very fast moving energy. And so the main guidance here is to stop the dwelling. Stop the dwelling. Rumination, dwelling, being indecisive, for sure. Okay, so now that we understand your main message, let's take a look at what your message is from the guidebook with the top hat. Okay, so let's take a look at top hat 82. I really feel pile number 4, there's a message of you staying in place for too long and not taking action. Oh, look at that. This is the Ingwaz rune on the arm of the 4 of Swords. I'll get to it in a second. I will remember that. That's really cool. But first, let's read your message. It was 82. So, the wind is too strong, and I feel like the wind is too strong is signifying the quick energy that we're seeing, right? It's very quick energy. No answer can be found at this time. This part is totally signifying the stagnation that's going on. And so I see your spirit guides telling you, even though the wind is too strong, the energy is moving very quickly, you can make use of that energy and get to where you want. You are not making use of that and being too stagnant, staying in your place. And so the answer here is, once you make that move, you will see that things will move rather quickly for you, and you'll find yourself very lucky to receive everything that you want. This is genuinely what I'm seeing here for this pile. It's blowing my mind how the message is consistent here. There is a promise from your spirit guides that you are going to be very happy, and you're entering very happy times after a long, tough journey. I feel with the 10 of Wands, you've been carrying so much on your back. And I feel with the traveling suitcase, it's like you weren't stable. You've been on the go for such a long time with so many things that you're worried about or carrying, living in a very uncomfortable situation, being scared of making a move, although you kind of know in your heart that it is the right move. And that's why you're not really stuck, as we see with the 8 of Swords here. Now I totally understand your cards. It's like you're stuck kind of like with a choice, because there's another option that you know in your heart. Yes, it's risky, but that's what's causing the stagnation. Take a leap of faith. The wind is strong. You're going to be moving quickly, and that's the wonderful thing here. You're now ending that. You're not supposed to be living in that energy for so long. You're supposed to move to the other side, and the most important part about this reading, what you're worried about here, is shown in the main card. You are guarded and protected. Don't worry, my dear pile number 4. Yes, plan it well, but once you do, jump into it, as we've seen as your main guidance when we've explored the 7 of Swords. Move slowly but surely. This way you get to guarantee that you're keeping your balance as you're moving into this new energy and into this new world. And I didn't forget, you have the Ingwaz rune on the arm. The Ingwaz rune is about new growth. So I see that it's an invitation to grow out of your situation, because although it feels safe, it is totally uncomfortable and maybe not even reliable for long. And so the Ingwaz rule is really about, with the new growth that we're talking about, it's about creation that demands sacrifice. And so the sacrifice we can see right next to it. There is some sort of risk, yes, but do know as you're taking the risk, you're protected. And do know that you're taking the risk with a lot of calculation. And you're taking it as a pace that helps you adjust things in the right situation as you move through it. And my dear pile number 4, this is exactly what I see in your reading. I wish you the best of luck with this new world that you're coming into. And take that small leap of faith, calculated risk, and you will see you'll be getting more than you can imagine. It's kind of like sort of promised for you. The wind is so strong, it's taking you there quickly, and you will be very happy. This is what I see for you, my dear pile number 4. I truly enjoyed your pile very much. I wish you the best of luck with that. And if you've enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up. subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And please don't forget to check out my 2 productivity books. They are genuinely there to help you out. The Productivity Handbook teaches you how to become a productive person right away, all while enjoying the journey. It's full of techniques that help you work smarter and not harder. It helps you tackle even the most intimidating tasks, and generally helps you approach your goals and your tasks and manifesting your dreams day after day, tick after tick, as you enjoy it, and not having to wait for motivation, because you know motivation is a wonderful feeling. If it's there, wonderful. If it's not, you're not going to wait there for it to come back. You're going to be achieving your dreams day after day until you manifest what you want, and while enjoying this journey. And if you're interested in checking it out, you'll find a link to this ebook down in the description box. You'll find all the details that you may need about the book, what to expect, even reviews, everything. And by the way, there's also an audiobook if you love listening to your books. And while you're there, you might also want to check out the Productivity e-cookbook, which is a book that I was equally passionate about. I've partnered with a nutritionist that I really love to bring out to you 210 recipes that are healthy, delicious, and are cooked in a matter of minutes, giving you the rest of the day to do what is important for you. And there is also a vegan version if you're vegan. If not, you can make use of both ebooks, and this way you'll have a plethora of healthy and delicious meals to choose from for the rest of your life. Like I said, there are no duplicates, and if you're interested in checking this ebook out as well, you'll find the link to it down in the description box. And my dear pile number 4, it was a real pleasure doing this reading for you. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll catch you in the next reading.